Hello, everyone. Welcome to your weekly astrology and energy forecast. This is going to be for the week of December 15th through December 21st. Before we get into it, I would like to extend a nice warm welcome to all of our new soul scribers, our newest members. It is lovely to have you here in our soul space, or your soul scription as I call it, because I genuinely want you to experience this and to feel that the support of the information, the energy, this group, it supports you, it supports your soul. Therefore, it's a soul scription supporting you on your soul's journey. As we move into 2026, I am going to be doing more live streams. I'm behind the scenes working to make this a more interactive space, so stay tuned. In the meanwhile, I will be going live soon, so please keep your eye on your emails. I will be doing a live spiritual chit chat, readings, etc. Let's get right into it. We have a big week ahead. It is a solstice week. We've got the winter solstice here in the northern hemisphere, and it's the summer solstice for our friends in the southern hemisphere. Either way, the solstice is a point of coming back to the light, recalibration, reflection, renewal. It's a spiritual reset, if you will. We also have a powerful new moon taking place this week. It is our final new moon of 2025, and it does carry with it the very strong energies of the solstice and also 3i Atlas, which I've done a video about. I will link it below. Energetically speaking, our physical bodies are absolutely feeling these energies. I know sometimes it feels difficult to wrap your head or our heads around the fact that what's going on in the sky and what's going on out there energetically in our solar system, etc., the solar storms that we've been having, they not only disrupt power, disrupt electricity, they disrupt our personal power, our personal electricity, our bodily rhythms, our circadian rhythms. Things can definitely feel and do feel right now, these last few weeks especially, like things are ramping up. I know that headaches are a big theme within the collective. Also, bowel movements, either going, not to be gross, but going or not going. And it can vacillate. It goes back and forth between the two. We're doing a lot of purging, ringing of the ears, feeling off balance, even a little bit dizzy. Blood pressure dips and spikes are very, very prevalent right now in the collective. Now, please, as always, I'm not a medical professional, so there's that disclaimer. Always get yourself checked out. Make sure that you're okay. Provided that you're doing that and you're aware that medically everything is checking out, it's safe to assume that a lot of this is due to the energetics of the energy, everything going on right now. Everything is frequency, everything is energy, including us. Our pets are experiencing this big time. Around the solstice and around the equinoxes, so really around those four major points of the year, we've got the summer solstice, the winter solstice, the spring equinox, and the autumn equinox. Right before, leading up to those times, energetically, we feel it. The energy is intense. So right now, we have been feeling this for the last few weeks, especially as 3i Atlas is making its closest approach to the Earth, which will be on December 19th, which also happens to be the last new moon of the year and right at the heels of the solstice. So the energies are very strong right now. So do take care. All of that to say, do take extra care of the physical body. Rest, prioritize peace. Energetically, the third eye, the crown, and the heart chakras are all going through this rewiring process. The heart, as we get rid of, as we purge all of the emotional, karmic gunk that has kept us held back or held down, that does feel heavy at times. And we can experience this physically as palpitations, flutters, sensations in the heart and chest area, even in the back, shortness of breath that can come and go. The third eye, this is the seat of our intuition, the seat of foresight, coincidentally or not. 3i Atlas, third eye. Our third eye is getting massive downloads. Intuition is coming online, and so is telepathy, stronger than ever before. If you know, you know. And then the crown as well. We are receiving guidance from our higher self constantly. We just have to, it's our job to drop in, tune in, and listen. So that may sound a little bit too woo for some of you, but listen, just hear me out. If it resonates with you, it will land and you will feel it. If not, just take what resonates and throw away what does not. And I'm going to get to the astrology in a moment. Also know that restlessness and agitation is also a very strong theme right now. Irritability, frustration. Yet at the same time, the energy of love is very strong right now. It can even feel, dare I say, jolly if we let it. Some advice as we move through this week, with the holidays coming closer and closer, get as much done as you can, because the closer and closer we get to the end of this month, the busier and more overwhelming it is going to feel and get. Not only because it's the holidays, that is going to amplify it all, but because of the way that the energies are right now, the astrology. Now let's get to our tagline for this week ahead. And for those that are new here, the tagline I give for each week, I channel it for each week. It always rhymes. 99% of the time it rhymes because that's just the way that spirit works through me. And so here is your tagline for the week ahead of December 15th through the 21st. Stillness and light, renewal in sight. There's power in the stillness. There's power in the pause. And as we are getting closer and closer to the end of the year, there's a strong energy of renewal. Let's go into the daily breakdown. Monday the 15th, the moon will be in Scorpio. Right off the top, it will butt up against Pluto, which can pull in just a little bit of tension or some bruised feelings or bruised ego. But it should pass pretty quickly. Could be just some momentary discomfort or frustration as we start off Monday. Most importantly, on Monday, Mars, the planet of pure, raw drive, energy, motivation. It's the spark that gets us going. It's the spark that gets us moving. Mars will enter the sign of Capricorn for the first time in about 2 years. Okay, Mars will enter the sign of Capricorn. And Mars is what we call exalted in Capricorn. It's one of its most preferred signs to occupy. Mars in Capricorn is strong and structured and focused, disciplined, and determined to get things done, determined to get it done. So while Mars is in Capricorn, collectively speaking, we are all experiencing this energy. Mars will be in Capricorn until January 26th. So we've got a decent amount of time while Mars is in Capricorn. It's great for planning. It's great for strategy. It's good. We like this. It can really help to get us moving, to get us going, especially as we move into a new year, a 1 year, which is all about new beginnings and manifestation, taking action. I go into a lot more of this in the second half of December forecast, which will be out shortly. Tuesday, the 16th, the sun will move into a square, which is tension, with Saturn, the planet of discipline, restriction, boundaries. On the one hand, this is good for making us very serious about problem solving and getting things done. But on the other hand, the sun square Saturn is an energy of like clouds covering the sun, like heavy clouds covering the sun. And every so often, a little ray of sunshine will peek through, but then the clouds come and cover it again. And we're like, oh, the sun's not out today. It can just feel a little bit gloomy if we let it. Knowing, being aware of this is half of it. On a more deeper level, with the sun square Saturn, and by the way, this is an energy that's going to permeate the whole entire week, but it's exact on Tuesday the 16th. Sun square Saturn can also pull focus onto any issues that you may be having with an authority figure in your life, a father figure in your life, a disciplinary, bosses, anything like that. So potentially, power struggles and dynamics can crop up under these energies. It has the potential for a little bit of heaviness and even feeling slightly depressed or down or melancholy. Positively speaking, the moon in Scorpio will be harmonizing with the nodes of fate, the nodes of the moon, so that can smooth things out a little bit, even though it's more like background noise. But overall, I think Tuesday's a good day if you are going to utilize it to work on projects. Just know that emotionally, you might feel a little bit heavy and or burnt, and you could come up against something with a person in a position of power, an authority figure of sorts. Okay, then we get to Wednesday, and I like Wednesday. I have Wednesday flagged for a day that I like this week. We've got the sun aligned with asteroid Juno. Venus is here very close by, infusing this energy. This is love energy. This is heart energy. This is all about passion. This is great for getting out there, great for putting yourself out there, expanding, trying something different, trying something new, especially if you're in the market for a new relationship, for example. This is really good energy for that. Meeting new people, romantic, platonic, whatever, meeting new people, networking. I like Wednesday. Get yourself out there. The moon will harmonize with Jupiter, Saturn, and Neptune, which can infuse all of our conversations with a lot of depth, truth, clarity. Intuition's also very heightened. Thursday, the 18th, the moon will be in Sagittarius. It's going to align with Mercury. without getting too technical, because Mercury had a retrograde through the sign of Sagittarius, Mercury's already visited this point of where it's at right now in the sky. And all of that to say, don't be surprised if a person or a situation comes back around, something from the past, even especially from the past 2 months, comes back around. You might have thought that it was gone or it wasn't coming back or it wasn't going to come to fruition. And you could potentially hear some information about this as we move throughout this week with an emphasis on Thursday. And you can really come up with new ideas. There could also be relationship closure, and in other cases, relationships being rekindled under these energies. Jupiter will also be in a square to Chiron. Jupiter will now be at 22 degrees of Cancer for a little while. And Jupiter square Chiron just tends to inflame something that makes us feel a little bit emotional or inadequate. And it's got something to do with our own authority, the way that we take charge, the way that we take control for ourselves. So you could find yourself, a little irritated on Thursday by someone or something, but it's also strong fuel to help to move you forward. Friday, we have our new moon in Sagittarius. This is the final new moon of the year. It takes place at 8:43 p.m. Eastern Time. It's a new moon between both Venus and Mars. And I've done a whole reading on this Sagittarius new moon, and that will be out very shortly. So be on the lookout for that with your ritual and your guided meditation as well. This is also the same time, the 19th, where 3i Atlas, the comet or the interstellar object, 3i Atlas will be closest to the Earth. It is likely that out there in the world, people will be acting maybe a little bit strange or a little bit extra feisty or irritated. So just be vigilant. Just watch yourself out there. Try to keep yourself out of unnecessary drama. Be gentle with yourself and be gentle with your babies and your fur babies. Strong energies. We have the new moon, and then the moon will go void later on that evening, and then it will move into Capricorn. And then on Saturday the 20th, I have Saturday flagged as a spiky day. Spiky, spicy, irritable, potentially. This is the kind of day where aggravation and frustration can be very strong amongst the collective. You don't have to partake in that. Just know that this is the energy. So awareness is key. We've also got the sun squaring off with Neptune, sun square Neptune. This can definitely feel like not as all as it seems. So Saturday's a day where we really want to watch what we're choosing to feed ourselves with. Venus will also be in a square to Saturn. Saturday is just one of those days where discord and disharmony in our relationships or in one relationship can be there. It can be present. And it can also feel very scattered and overwhelming on Saturday. And that's going to be stronger if you're what we call mutable, which is Pisces, Sagittarius, Virgo, or Gemini. So just know that. Little extra rest, take some space. The moon will also align with Mars. This is raw, primal energy. I just want to stress that people will be feisty out there. This is Saturday, the 20th, and moving into Sunday, the 21st. Now, I also have this flagged. Now, when I do these forecasts, I will receive things psychically. And if I feel like they're necessary to share, or if I know that I need to share it, I'm going to share it. So I'm going to share this. I did get specifically for Saturday, the 20th, and I'm actually going to stretch this out Friday through Sunday. So Friday the 19th through Sunday the 21st. I specifically got animal attacks, and I specifically got dogs. So that doesn't mean it's going to happen. It just means watch for warning signs, especially when it comes to dogs. It might not be your dog. It could be your neighbor's dog. It can be your brother's dog. If you have a dog in your life that can get agitated or frustrated very easily, no matter the size, there's just this energy of dog attacks that I was picking up on. So just be mindful of that. Again, I keep mentioning the animals. They are absolutely affected by all of these energies. So just watch for the warning signs. If you have a dog, when the dog is getting irritated, don't be extra. Just know that I'm recognizing the warning signs here. That's all that I'm saying. I did get an energy of it. So I just want to throw it out there. But out in the collective as well, out in the world, there's this charge. There's this I want to get moving. I want to get things going, which can be very positive. But when there's this energy of frustration and irritation and inflammation, it can also go negative. So we just have to watch out for that. How are we utilizing our own energy? It goes back to do not be a reactor, rather be a responder, and be an observer, not an absorber. Easier said than done. But mindfulness is everything. Then Sunday the 21st, I have marked as closing out on a high note. It is the solstice. The sun enters Capricorn, 10:03 a.m. Eastern time, and the solstice is upon us. Sunday is a great day for reflection. We've got the moon aligned with Mars. We've got the moon harmonizing with the nodes. We've got the moon harmonizing with Saturn. It's just nice. It's a perfect day for reflection. It's perfect for closing out the week and then almost closing out the month and thinking about the goals and the plans and what we want to set ahead for ourselves, the visions that we have for ourselves, big or small, the new habits that we want to implement, the ones that we want to drop. It's just a really nice time. The solstice is always just I feel like a magical corner, especially the winter solstice. I just love it. There's something about the energy of it. It's the shortest day of the year, the longest night. It just feels, there's just this stillness about it. And it's perfect for reflection. It's perfect for welcoming, honoring, and opening yourself up to more peace in your life. So ask yourself what you can do to bring more peace into your life. And that's the week ahead. I'm going to go ahead and pull a tarot card for this week ahead. And please be sure to check out the new moon reading, the second half of December. The first half, if you haven't listened to it, if you haven't watched it, along with the readings through each sign, I'll link everything here in this newsletter. It's a lot of content. I want to make sure you're not missing any of it. I know that it's a lot, but I want to make sure that you're getting it because it's for you. It's here to help you. It's here to support your soul. It's here to support you. I'll also have more coming out for the solstice, so be on the lookout for that. The Worlds. This is a card ruled by Saturn, and we talked a lot about Saturn before. The World speaks to the ending of cycles and the beginning of new ones. That is actually the perfect card for this week, and especially as we get to the end of the year. The World reminds us to stop and to really reflect on the dance that we've done up until this point, and what move do we want to go to next? What dance move do we want to do next? It's time to live out loud. The World reminds us quite literally that we have the whole world in our hands. We are the co-creators of our destiny with spirit, of course. This is a very deep week for powerful reflection and integration. Trust your intuition. Trust the synchronicities. Synchronicities are literally a wink from spirit, a confirmation that you're on the right track. All we have to do is remain open to it. I hope that this was helpful. Have a wonderful, wonderful week, and I will see you all soon. Bye.